Good morning guys and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. Now I've come out to the lake today because it is way too noisy back home to make any kind of videos. It's too difficult guys. I have been trying to make videos over the last few days but it's not worth putting them out because all the banging and the noises will just drive you crazy and make you not want to watch. Now there's a lot of guys that are back home in their own home countries and they're looking at Thailand, they're looking at content on YouTube and seeing the ladies here and thinking, yeah, I want a bit of that. Now, this subscriber decided that he wanted to come over to Thailand, jump on Thai dating sites and try and date Thai women. Now, I'm sure by now we all know the kind of scenario what will play out when guys decide to do this, especially in a tourist destination like Pattaya. So without further delay, let's jump in to today's Thailand story. Hi Dan, I have seen your videos for about a month now and I feel like I'm learning a lot about Thai women and Thai dating culture from watching them. Therefore, I decided to tell my own story that I experienced earlier this year, even though I just saw your video wherein you stated that your YouTube channel might have come to an end because of your videos being demonetized. I hope that you are able to continue and that YouTube will let you off the hook, because I find your videos to be not only entertaining but also very informative. I prefer to stay anonymous, so for the sake of the video you can call me Mark. I'm a 33-year-old guy from Scandinavia and my story probably doesn't start that differently from so many others. I have recently gotten out of a marriage last year with someone who I was together with for 5 years, 3 of which were married, and thought that I wanted to go travel and enjoy some time for myself. I had watched many travel videos on YouTube and Thailand just seemed to catch my eye the most with the beautiful beaches, women and great food, so I decided to book a trip for a little over 2 weeks back in spring this year. I had decided to go to Bangkok and stay there for a few days and then go to Pattaya for a few days and see what all the fuss was about. I had downloaded a couple of dating apps, Thai Friendly and Bumble, to see how the online dating scene was there, since I had heard some crazy stories and I was looking to have a single trip where I could try and live the player lifestyle. The first 2 days in Bangkok, I got more than 200 likes on Bumble alone. Some of them was obviously freelancers, which I didn't really have any interest in, but I was still amazed at how easy it was getting matches there. And not only that, but the Thai girls actually seemed interested in meeting you instead of chatting back and forth for days, if not weeks, before meeting, like the women in my own home country. But of course, I had also heard some stories about how some Thai women date phalangs for money. But that being said, had I only watched your videos before that trip, I would probably have another story to tell. But anyway, I actually ended up meeting this beautiful Thai girl who I met on Thai Friendly on my second day in Thailand. Let's call her Pear. She was 29 years old and came from North Thailand, like way north. She came from the countryside and a poor family, not that I mind that. She had a good job and working in real estate and had been living alone in Bangkok for some years. She seemed very honest and straightforward. She told me she had dated phalang guys before, even one from my home country, and she also told me she had been in an abusive relationship with a phalang before. Anyways, We had a great first date night where we went to a rooftop bar, a club, a bar with live music, and heck, she even took me to Nana Plaza to see a go-go bar since I had never tried that before. I thought she was very open-minded to bring me to a place like that. And by the way, I didn't pay for everything, even though I paid for most of our night, maybe around 70%. So thought she had good dating potential. This would also be accurate for our future dates. We actually ended up at my hotel later that night and had a good time there as well. I'm sure the viewers understand what happened. From then on, she had me pretty much hooked. Pear would stay at my hotel again the next day, which was a Sunday. But she had to go home and pick up some stuff so she could get ready for work the next day. So I had some hours for myself. Her office was also pretty close to my hotel, so it made sense for her to stay with me. I had actually only booked the hotel for 4 nights, and then I had also booked a hotel in Pattaya for about a week, but I didn't feel that it was a good idea to mention to her that I had already planned to go to Pattaya, since she might think that I was just another sex tourist. Well, to be honest, the reason I wanted to go to Pattaya was because I had met this very sexy and beautiful OnlyFans content creator online, and I had an opportunity to be with her. That I had to try, so I could cross that off my bucket list before I got into another serious relationship. So I told her that I had plans on going somewhere else than Bangkok, but wasn't sure where, as long as it was not too far away and I was able to drive there and not having to take an aeroplane. To my luck, she actually recommended Pattaya since there was beaches and some good nightlife, she said. Pear told me that she sometimes went there to party with friends when they needed some time away from the big city of Bangkok. So I told her immediately that it sounded like a great idea and I would book a hotel while she was at work. She told me she could come too if I wanted her to join me, but she would have to work for the first 2 or 3 days since she couldn't get off that many days on such short notice. Right guys, we're not even halfway through the story yet, but you can probably see where it's going. Now I just wanted to mention to any guys that are looking at dating Asian women over here in Southeast Asia and you're really looking for a proper relationship with an Asian woman, then why not check out a premium dating service just like Christian Filipina. Christian Filipina has over 250,000 Asian women on their platform, predominantly made up of Filipino women that are very good at speaking your language, which is mostly English, I hope, and they are on the platform looking for someone who wants a serious long-term relationship. Now, at Christian Filipina, they screen all brand new members to ensure that there are no fake profiles on their platform. So rest assured, whichever woman you're speaking to on Christian Filipina, that is the woman that's in the photos. So guys, if you're serious about getting involved and having a real proper relationship with an Asian woman, then why not check out a premium dating service just like Christian Filipina. Guys, the links are down below in the description, so go check them out today. Now, let's get into the rest of today's Thailand story. So I thought to myself, sure, why not? It would be a nice holiday with a holiday girlfriend, since we were both still on the dating app, so I didn't think she was that serious about our relation, and neither were I. Given that I had 2 to 3 days alone in Pattaya, also gave me the time to meet up with that OnlyFans creator, and wow, I can say that was an experience. I also went on the dating app and looked for anyone who was down to have some fun just for the night, the second day in Pattaya. I met this young girl in her start 20s who was working in a go-go. She asked me if I would like to meet at a bar, and I thought, yeah, why not? I got a grab and went straight to the bar, where she told me to meet her. We had a drink there before she showed me around in some of the dirty streets of Pattaya. Funny enough, she also took me to not only one, but two go-go bars, where the second one was the one she was working at. We ended up at a local Thai karaoke place where I was the only phalang, and I ended up buying a bottle of Thai whiskey rum. Forgot exactly what it was because I got a little drunk, but of course, not that drunk that I couldn't handle myself. I had paid for all the drinks except at the first bar where we met, and the most expensive item was the bottle at the karaoke place. I think I spent around 3,000 baht that night, but I had a lot of fun and some good company, so I didn't really regret it. After that, we went back to my hotel room, where she took a shower and laid down naked in the bed, waiting for me to finish my shower. She didn't ask for any money, but when I was about to get into the bed with her, she got out and said she couldn't do it because she had a boyfriend. She said sorry many times and left. Well, it couldn't have been better timing because shortly after, Pear contacted me asking how I was. I said I was fine and looking forward for her to get down to Pattaya. The next day, she would arrive at night after work, and luckily the cleaning personnel had cleaned my room and changed the bed sheets just in time. Pear and me went out for dinner and partied a little bit before going home sleeping. We had a lot of fun. Enjoyed the different beaches, and of course, how's your father? She asked me what I had been up to while I was alone in Pattaya. I couldn't tell her everything, but I told her an alternative version of my meeting with the go-go girl. I told her that she was just someone I met at a bar while I was out having a drink alone, and didn't tell her that I brought her back to my hotel. She got a little upset about it, saying that I should not pay drinks for another girl, but I got her to calm down, or so I thought. We went back to Bangkok a bit earlier than planned, and I stayed at her condo. At this time, I could feel that I was starting to get feelings for Pear, and we agreed to both delete our dating apps. After a day back in Bangkok, she just out of the blue got very upset at me, starting to mention that go-go girl from Pattaya again. I got her calming down again, but only for a few minutes, and then she just started again speaking all kinds of nonsense, and I asked her if something else was wrong, because I think she was overreacting a bit. Then she decided to give me the silent treatment for about an hour, where I tried to ask her what's wrong, and so on and so forth. Since she wouldn't answer me at all, I decided to just let her be. She then told me to leave, and she wanted some time alone. I did as she told me, and left her condo and my luggage at her place, only bringing my valuables. And I had her extra key, so I could easily get back in again. After being out for a couple of hours, she wrote me saying that I should never come back again. I told her I had to, because I still had my luggage there, and then she suddenly also realised that I still had her extra key. Therefore, she reasoned with me and said I should get back to her place, pack up all my stuff, and leave. When I got back, she had locked herself in her bedroom. It was only a glass sliding door that separated us, so I could still clearly see her. She clearly looked like she didn't give a F and was just completely ignoring me. I tried one last time to talk some sense into her, but that only made her explode, so I packed up and left. I know what I did afterwards was stupid, but as most people from the other stories do, I acted out of my stupid blind love for her, because once I was out of the condo building, she wrote me why I couldn't just be a good guy to her. I stated that I had been a good guy to her and that I was in love with her. We went a bit back and forth while I was sitting by the entrance to her condo building. She then decided that I could come back inside if I said I was sorry, and my stupid ass did exactly what she was asking for. So I was let in again and went up, and since it was late, we went to sleep. She also said that she was sorry for being so emotional, but told me that I should be better to handle her. The rest of the vacation went pretty well, and not really any more drama took place. It was only when I got back home to my home country that new drama would unfold. We had already talked about me visiting her again by the end of this year, and I went ahead and bought the ticket, non-refundable. We talked about many things, both texting and FaceTiming, and it was here that I learned about how much she was earning. If anything of what she said even can be trusted. She told me she was earning at least 50,000 baht a month, but could make up to 70,000 baht. Then she also started to ask me if I could pay her 30,000 to 50,000 baht in case that she should lose her job. I turned her down, and then she asked if I at least could pay her condo, which was around 10,000 baht, because she meant that a man should be able and willing to take care of his girlfriend financially. I told her maybe because I didn't want to start an argument, and took the conversation another direction. She was going out to party an awful lot, almost every Friday, and sometimes also Saturday as well. Sometimes she would go with her friends, and sometimes she would just go to a bar by herself. Oy. She probably was out dating other Falang possible sponsors. It was also the nights when she would get home drunk that she was behaving the worst. It was like she turned into another person as soon as she had something to drink. She would then always try to find something to argue over, no matter how small it was, and if she couldn't find anything, she would just use something old that she got mad about weeks, if not months, before. During this time away from each other, she also ended up blocking and then unblocking me twice, and would always come back feeling sorry and full of excuses. Then finally, one day, on her way home from the nightlife, drunk of course, she FaceTimed me, not saying anything. I tried talking to her, but with no response. She then hung up, followed by a text saying that I did not say anything, and why was I treating her like that? Then she texted, "Can we please break up?" I felt kinda relieved, but at the same time a little sad, since I did still have some love for her. I told her to get some sleep and then contact me the next day. We talked and texted a little the next few days after that, but I finally told her that I think she was right about breaking up. We were simply too different, and I also didn't think the same way when it came to how a man should support a woman. She told me I was being silly and dramatic, but I said I was serious and wanted to break up. She then got mad and blocked me on WhatsApp, and then I just followed up blocking her too on every other social media platform. Now, I haven't talked to her for maybe 3 to 4 weeks, and I'm still going to Thailand by the end of the year. To be honest, I'm a bit afraid to run into her on my vacation, since I have heard how aggressive and attacking Thai women can be. So what do you think, Dan and viewers? Was she just a bipolar person who was overreacting? Was she someone trying to scam Falang to pay her money? Or what do you think she was? I'm sorry if the story got a little long, but I hope it was entertaining at least. Best regards, Mark. Right, Mark, firstly, thank you for emailing your story into us and being very honest about your first experience in Thailand. Was a little crazy, and it's not what you want your holiday to be all about, and hopefully you've learned a valuable lesson, or hopefully at least by the end of this video you will have, and it won't happen again. When you get involved with women especially in a place like Pattaya. They are going to be looking at you as a potential sponsor, as a guy that's going to buy them gifts or help them out financially in some kind of way. That's why you're getting lots of likes when you're jumping on dating sites in places like Pattaya, as you are just a potential mark. You're someone that everybody is looking for, a first timer here in the land of smiles, in a place like Pattaya where you've not had any women teach you any valuable lessons as of yet. So potentially the right or wrong kind of woman can eat you alive. This woman, yeah, of course, she was a bit bipolar, probably a bit narcissistic to boot. And she was getting annoyed and playing silly games because she wasn't getting anything from you. She was getting tired and fed up because you weren't asking her to marry you. You weren't offering to pay her a monthly salary. You weren't buying her expensive gifts. So obviously her demon come out. What's the point in dating this Falang when I'm getting nothing from him? And more than likely when she was going out partying in the clubs, she was looking for new potential sponsors, someone who was willing to pay her that 30 to 50,000 baht per month, someone that was willing to cover her rent for a condo, which was 10,000 baht, which is ridiculous for a Thai woman to pay when she's trying to milk money from foreigners. I mean, really, she needs to live cheap until she's got proper sponsors in place where that 10,000 baht is just peanuts. But she tried her best with you to get money, and it just got difficult, and that's why she was becoming hard work. Now, don't feel bad about your situation, because this happens with thousands of other men, and it's constantly happening right now, today, with some guys in places like Pattaya. It is pretty much the norm over here, and it is very difficult to find a nice, normal, genuine woman that's interested in you for you in a place like Pattaya, unfortunately. Guys, if you've got any comments or any experience and you want to teach this guy a little bit more than what I've just done now in today's video, then please let him know what you think down in the comments below. And also, if you've got your own Thailand story that you do wish to share on this channel, then get an email sent out to me to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. It's extremely hot today, guys, but I've had to come out today to make this video because it's impossible to do it at home. It's just way too noisy. I'm just watching cows now on the cliff. Hang on, I'll show you. Oh, check these guys out. Oh, that was going to happen, wasn't it? Eh? Right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you and head back to the house and jump in the aircon because it's absolutely boiling hot. Take it easy, stay safe, be careful when you're dating in Thailand, and try not to let anybody milk you dry. Ciao for now, guys. Bye-bye.